Hi everyone, I'm James. Welcome to Thursday Tech Update, and this is a 5-minute update just looking at the markets, just to follow on from this week's videos and Sunday live stream. And make sure to catch me for Sunday live stream this coming Sunday, like every Sunday. So I do this Thursday Tech Update every Thursday at the same time, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. I'm going to start on this page, seeing as we're on it. This is the crypto page, and Bitcoin actually bounced out, can you believe it? And I was on the verge of getting hedged out. We broke down below the sort of channel line, and I'll refer you back to this week's video. There's been a lot of tech videos on Bitcoin this week. You can rewind through the channel and check something out, but this is a pretty critical level, and although we failed it fractionally, we bounced right out. Look at the 15-minute chart. I just put this up on X and I said, is this V for victory? We broke the level on massive volume and bounced out with equal volume and formed this V-shaped recovery on the 15-minute chart, and we're holding all the moving averages and the point of control. So it looks pretty good. So once again, back to the day chart. There's my projection. I still think we could get there in the next few days. It's probably incredibly unlikely, but there's a minuscule hope now that we've bounced out. But of course, we've got to hold above 90 and then about 96 and then eventually get through the top of this channel and pluck up the courage to attempt the 200-day moving average right back up here. So that's Bitcoin. This is just a quick update, so I'm not going to go through all the altcoins, just to say that Ethereum, XRP, Solana all performed similar reversals yesterday. And although I didn't get hedged on Bitcoin, I'm still partly hedged on Ethereum. Now, you'd expect stocks to have done the same thing yesterday, and they did. We got an extra long on the S&P on Friday. That's bounced out beautifully, forming a bullish engulfing candle. Not quite filling the gap above, but bouncing out of the Bollinger Bands and back up towards the trend lines and moving averages that we broke down through with a gap. So let's see if we can get one more push up today just to take us above all that noise and then start onwards and upwards towards new all-time highs. Same with the Nasdaq, and you can see we performed a similar sort of reversal, bouncing out of the Bollinger Band back up into towards the moving averages and the channel trend line that we broke down through. So there's still hope for these indices, and that is a bullish engulfing and piercing pattern combination, particularly bullish candle on the Nasdaq. We also saw a modicum of support on names like Netflix, MSTR, Tesla, Coinbase, Nvidia. And I'm long on all of these names, but there are a couple of names that I still want to get long on this page, and that includes Meta, Avgo, Palantir, Microsoft, TSM, Google, and Circle. We're long on Circle. I'm also long on the Dixie. I explained this in Sunday's video, so go and check that out if you're interested in Forex trading and my new approach to trading Forex, really. I'm going to abandon trading individual currencies for now and just trade the index. So I'm trading the DX at Pepperstone. So long on there, it slumped back down a bit over the last couple of days, but I think we can sort of get bouncing back up there. So going across to metals, I still remain fully hedged on gold and silver. There's no evidence that these are turning around. In fact, gold is holding the channel center line, looking quite bullish. At some stage, I'm fully hedged on gold. And, silver I've got almost nothing on, a tiny little hedged position right at the top here. I'm itching to get short on these. I don't really want to get long because of the height of these moves and the extremity of these moves. So I'm hesitant to get long, but I'm also hesitant to get short. So we're stuck in no man's land, and we need either another big surge on both of them to much higher levels to start looking at shorts again, or we need to dip down into some buying levels. So right now, I'm not going to adjust these hedges. They're safe and sound. There's no danger or damage done. But I'm short on copper, just one small position right here at the red arrow at $5.80-ish, and one tiny hedge position down here. Copper's looking quite well supported, actually. And if the market is moving up like it seems to be, S&P, Nasdaq, etc., could be that copper keeps on getting bid up, even at these very high prices, well above $5, closer to $6 now. Right, going across to nat gas. Now, I just put this up on X. If you're not following me on X, go to X, follow me at ArcisFX at X, and make sure to follow me there, because I do a lot of intraday updates which don't make it to video, and so does Crypto Paul. So if you want updates on crypto and or traditional finance through the day, go and sign up at the X channel. It's really, really useful. So here's natural gas. We are now the most overbought that we've been in forever. I made a little joke on X saying since Enron collapsed, since everyone was long Enron and it collapsed, but literally this is actually the most overbought it's been since at least that big rally up in October last year. But if you've got to look at an awful long way back to find an overbought RSI at this height, in fact, I can't find one on this page. Doesn't mean it can't go higher, but it does mean it's extremely extreme, not just extreme. So in lieu of that, and because we've filled that gap on the left-hand side there now, I've taken a 10% tiny short position here at the red arrow. at $5.20, and I expect that we're either going to keep moving up, retest this top, and then probably probe through it and move it slightly higher, maybe up to the next resistance level. We'll have a look at that now, or we'll move down from here after filling the gap and move back down towards probably 375 and at a stretch $3. I explained this in the members live stream last night. I was on with Crypto Paul, and I explained how natural gas can pull back after such an extreme overbought situation on the RSI. And every time we've had this before, which has not been very often, and also not as extreme as we are now, we've pulled back 30%, sometimes 50% on the price after the RSI gets so overbought. So a 50% pullback from here, from this rally, $3 up to $5 would be a $1 pullback that would take us back down to about $4. I think we could get to 375 and maybe even down to $3. I don't know what's going to happen next. A lot of it will be weather dependent. And of course, we're going to look at the position of traders to find out next week how everyone's lined up. Are we starting to swing short, or are the longs piling on like they were last week, driving the price up? I think, however, this is not a result of longs piling on. I think it's possibly a result of shorts getting squeezed out. In other words, triggering stop losses on the way up, as the market has been mighty short on natural gas for a long time, and all expecting good weather conditions to keep the price moderate. As the weather suddenly snapped around and we've got this big storm ostensibly incoming, all those shorts got squeezed out of the market by this big rally. So I don't know if it's people piling on longs. I expect not. But we'll find out when we look at the next COT report. And that's natural gas. I'm also short on oil. And once again, we went over this in detail in last night's stream. Please, folks, if you're not a member, we do a live stream every single Wednesday, midweek. So it's not just Sunday and all the other video updates during the week, but we have the midweek members video where we go through. It's as good as the Sunday night, probably better actually, because Crypto Paul's there with me, and it's not just me that you've got to look at. So you've got to be a member. There's a button below this video that says join. Just click the button, join. I think it's $2 a month. Maybe it's $1.80 or something like that. Join up, and you'll get the midweek video where I explained in detail my strategy for oil. So basically, I'm short on oil. I think oil is being very resistantly short in the face of multiple supply-side shocks, driving the price up only to collapse back down again and move down. I don't think we're going to get much below $50, but I think we might try. And it is possible that we get below $40 at a squeeze, at a stretch. I don't think that's the most likely scenario, but I think we're going to try 50, 48 in the high 40s, and then probably bounce right back up into the 60s or so. But for now, we're going to wiggle our way down, and it's not going to be pretty, and it's not going to be fast. It's not going to be easy. Or alternatively, now that we've broken up through the moving averages, we're still below the 20 here. This is the day chart. We've broken up through the moving averages and the trend line, bounced back down to the trend line, found support there, bounced out. So maybe this is the bottom. I don't know. But for now, until that 200 is defeated and that swing high, and we've closed above there on a daily basis, I'm going to remain short. So that's energies, really. I'm still long on URA and lithium. We just took profit yesterday at $72. So we got long there at 60, 50, 58 or so. We got out at 72. Massive trade on lithium. And we also still have our long trade on uranium, URA. And this is going fantastically as well. There are two long positions, and we're moving up. And just to remind you, as I do in most videos, how far we could get on URA by looking at the long-term weekly chart with this U-shaped bottom, increase in volatility as we launch out, and the target is right back at the top here at about 130. We're currently trading in the 50s, so a long way to go if we can get that going up. So that's URA. And then the VIX plunging back down again. As I said, I put this up on X too. You would have missed it if you didn't follow me on X. I said this might not be the place where the markets turn around. And I said S&P bears, still not yet allowed. Have a great trading day, folks. Come and join us in the private group. It's not that expensive, and we'd love to see you there. We've just moved into our new Circle facility, our new app at the Magnificent Circle app. So it's awesome. Come and join us there. The links are below this video too. And I think that's everything. If you have any questions, please put the comments up in the comments. I'll try and answer them. Have a great trading day. Speak to you soon.
Monday morning, kettle on, dressing gown half done, she's winking from the ticker tape. Patty Natty says you'll escape. Tuesday teas, I size the steak. Tiny spread, big heart.